What are you at? It's Paul from Wicked Acorn. Oh boy, I've been having such a difficult time getting this live stream to work. All my equipment is on the cusp of collapse, on the verge of failure, so I can only tweak one little thing at a time and try it, tweaking things to try and make it better. Somebody was complaining about the yellow screen around my face, and I think I've conquered it. It's a long story that I won't bore you with, but it's really on the verge of failure here. The CPU just can't handle it. There's just too much going on. But yeah, the yellow autofocus face recognition thing was driving me crazy too. But I can only tackle one problem at a time. Otherwise, you don't know where the point of failure is. So here we are. It's Thursday, the 31st of July, the last of the month. Brand new month tomorrow. And today in Greater Manchester history is Carl Green's birthday. Now I'm just going to nip over to the printer because I didn't have time to put a picture of this guy on screen, so I had to print it while the start screen was rolling there. Carl Green, anybody know who he is? No? Carl Green. He was born in Salford in, well, perhaps I won't say the year. He's still alive, apparently, according to the interweb. He's still alive. And Carl Green, come on, somebody must know. Some of those acorns out there must know who Carl Green is. Okay, let's get the overhead camera in place here. Here we go. This is Carl Green. Can you see that? As I said, I didn't have time to get it started up into the computer. Herman's Hermits, he was the bass player for Herman's Hermits, born in Salford. And it's happy birthday to Carl. A left-handed Rickenbacker bass player. I don't know what that is. What's that, a Gibson Thunderbird maybe? Another British invasion left-handed bass player. So happy birthday, Carl, and many more. So today we are looking at the Ryder Cup, the man behind the Ryder Cup. And Samuel Ryder was born in Walton Le Dale, or somewhere like that. I don't know this place. Somewhere in Lancashire, and he moved to Sale when he was 3, and spent most of his life in Sale till he was, in his 30s. He lived in Sale. So the better part of his life, his most formative years here in Sale, and he lived mainly on Wharf Road, across from the leisure centre. So we went out and did a reconnaissance video a while ago, and as I've been telling you, I've had so much trouble getting the computer to work. I had to cut the clip into 4 pieces to get it to come into the computer. Otherwise, the computer just wouldn't handle it. And here is our reconnaissance video. Let's take a look, and I'll get my mosaic happening. What are you at? It's Paul from Wicked Acorn. It seems like we're at the dentist a lot here lately. I had a seed stuck in my tooth. That's a time joke. We're back in Sale again, of course, and How's your golf game doing? So we're on another reconnaissance mission today, and I'm working on another video. Last week we were talking about the Romans, and that's another video we're working on. But this video is not about the Romans. We've gone ahead many centuries in time now. We're in the late 19th century, early 20th century in Sale. And there's a former resident of Sale who I'm sure most people have heard of, at least the surname, and not really a video about golf, but it's about one of the most famous golf trophies in history. I'm sure it's a trophy most of you have heard about. It's the RYDER Cup. And Samuel Ryder spent his early life in Sale. He moved here when he was 3. Don't remember where he was born. All that information will be in the proper video. It'll be a nice little complete video, but this is just behind the scenes, checking out some locations. Just there, that sloping wall you see going down is Britannia Road. We're next to the Bridgewater Canal here. Guess there have been some magnet fishers again, shopping trolleys and tires and things. And just here, Samuel Ryder, his father's name was Samuel Ryder as well. So Samuel Ryder Jr. we're talking about, the man who started the RYDER Cup in golf. He lived here in Sale, and he was, his father was a gardener. And perhaps the most interesting part of this story is not the golf connection at all. It's the gardening father and the gardening son. They had what do you call it, like market gardening here in Sale. And I'm looking for this is all completely changed now. I've looked at this on the maps and stuff. So I'm just doing reconnaissance here. I know it's around here somewhere. So I'm looking for, you can't see what I'm looking for, which I didn't know. You can't see it from Canal Side. Their house, not their house, their allotments, where their allotments were on Britannia Road, I guess, off Wharf Road. And that kind of doesn't make sense. But if you look at it on a map from the sky, they're right next to each other, of course. So yeah, I'm looking to see if I can see the place I'm looking for. I don't think it's in this video. As I said, I had to chop the video into 4 pieces to show it here today. So you won't see what I'm looking for from this vantage point. It is coincidentally a nursery, like for children. His father, Samuel Sr., had an allotment, you know, his garden, and I guess, greenhouses and whatever he had. It was quite a big seed business. And that's probably the most interesting part of this story, is the Ryders basically started the seed packet business. Now, I think it was probably a couple of decades before that the seed packet was invented. The seed packet was invented. Can you believe it? Like, yeah, everything had to be invented at some time. And the seed packet was invented by the shaker community in the United States. And it was so this is something we were talking about a little bit the other day about the Quakers. The Shakers kind of evolved out of the Quakers. And Shakerism, I guess you'd call it, is a strange religion because they're celibate. They don't. Well, you know what celibate means. Uh, yeah. So any children in the community are adopted into the community. So it's kind of a built-in failure point, isn't it? If you don't have children, um, they yeah. So they don't have children other than people that join the religion, and there aren't a lot of Shakers left in the world these days, of course. And but it was something I was aware of because I used to watch the New Yankee Workshop, and Norm Abram was always building Shaker furniture, and I came to love Shaker furniture myself. Very simple, plain furniture. Uh, it's beautiful furniture. It's very plain, simple, not a lot of decoration, and it's just really, really lovely furniture. But like the Quakers we were talking about the other day, the Shakers were very practical people, very industrious people. And the founder of the Shaker religion was a woman from Manchester, born and raised in Manchester, Anne Lee. I think her photo was just on screen there. Um, yeah. Coincidentally, the founder of the Shaker community, Anne Lee, was born and raised in Manchester. And there's a photo of her grave after this photo here, I believe. So yeah, she was born and raised in Manchester, moved to the States, and founded the Shaker religion. And we're talking about the seed packet. And the seed packet wasn't really invented by Sam Ryder here in Sale, but it kind of was because it's basically at the same time. And the Shakers were, unlike the Quakers, the Shakers sold the best seeds at the highest price, or what was a fair price. So not a capitalistic venture, trying to lower the cost and sell the most seeds you can. They just wanted to sell the best seeds. That was that was their belief system. So they invented the seed packet and sold seeds that were the highest quality for a high price. So it was kind of a built-in failure point again, like the celibacy. If you don't have children, your religion can't grow, and if you don't sell cheap seeds, your business doesn't grow. So it it was a failure. So other people started making seed packets and selling them at cheaper prices, and of course, that's how the seed packet happened. But Sam Ryder invented the seed packet here in Sale, kind of around the same time. And yeah, I'm going to say that the Ryders here in Sale invented the seed packet. At least they, what they did was they brought it to the masses, because this isn't an actual one. This isn't an actual one. I made this up for the video that I'm going to do for the RYDER Cup video, but it's in this video that we're about to see as well, but I didn't make it for that video. I made it for the final video that I'll put out, I don't know, in September sometime, when the RYDER Cup is on the go. So yeah, I don't know what the Ryder and Son seed packets looked like, so this is my version of it. Hard to know which way to move here. So I made that up with a vintage print I found online from the time period. And you'll see later in this video that Samuel Ryder Jr., he produced a lot of books, like pamphlets on gardening, and on the bottom of them it says Sale, Manchester. So yeah, he was from Sale, and it's something that a lot of people don't know about. And I don't think we get to the house in this video. I'll let it roll. But in their garden shed, I guess, which is a nice big brick garden shed, it must have been the heart of the business where they made these seed packets. It must have been quite the operation. His sister became heavily involved in the suffragette movement. She was with Pankhurst. So she was heavily involved in that. Let's get back to the video. It didn't really take off. Samuel Ryder here in Sale started the seed packet business, and his son really turned it into a global thing. He had penny seed packets that he sold for 1 penny. So it brought it to the masses, and Sale is kind of the perfect place to do that, because it was like a kind of a middle class town, I guess you'd call it. That still is today, I guess, kind of a middle class town. And the middle class was kind of a new thing at that point in history. You know, people were starting to take pride in their gardens, and yeah, a seed packet had to be invented, because before seed packets, I mean, all you could do was buy a giant bag of seeds, you know, like you know, the Tatton estates would buy their begonia seeds by the sackful, and their gardener would take care of all that. And yeah, I don't know where it is. I'm gonna have to check that out on the map. But it's kind of hard for those of you that know Sale to get your bearings here. But their allotments are in a strange place, because the railway was here at the time. The canal was here, of course, and the railway was here, and that's why the Ryders moved to Sale, because it was perfectly situated, because you had the Bridgewater Canal here and the railway. So this guy could grow his plants and seeds and send them out to the nation. and his son moved to, I can't remember the name of the town, but that town, I don't remember the name of the town. Editor man will have to put it on the screen. And the success story of Samuel Ryder's seed business really belongs to that town, but it started here in Sale. And so their house was, I was saying it's hard to get your bearings here. B&M is just over there. And their house, their family house, is next to B&M. And we're gonna head over there now. Yeah, it was, Sale was perfectly located for a new business selling things to the country, because they had all these transportation links, the Bridgewater Canal, the railway, and of course the postage stamp was just, and the postage, the Royal Mail was really starting to come into its own. So all these things came into place at the right time for Samuel Ryder to start his business. So his nursery and allotments were just there somewhere. I'm going to have to check it again on the map, but it's just there somewhere. And it's in an odd place because it's on this side of the railway, which was there at the time, and their house is on the other side of the railway. So we're just going to head over that way now. So I guess they had to cross the railway to get to their allotment, their gardening business, their garden. But it was somewhere around there. And that seems a strange thing for it to be on the other side of the railway, but I guess. So later in this video, we go down Britannia Road and find where the allotments were. I don't know what to call it. Allotments, garden. I don't know what he had. Like, he must have had greenhouses and all kinds of garden sheds. It must have been an allotment kind of thing. Seeds was his thing. He was growing seeds, or growing plants for seeds, I guess. Or I don't know how the operation worked, but he was selling seeds. And later on at the end of this video, you'll see, not this one, as I said, I had to chop it up into 4 bits. Samuel Ryder Sr., who with his wife, along with his wife, are buried in St. Martin's churchyard, across from Ashton-on-Mersey Golf Course. And he, in Samuel Ryder Jr.'s biography, it says that Samuel Ryder Sr. designed the most beautiful park in Sale. And that can only be Worthington Park, because by my deduction, unless someone can correct me, none of the other parks existed. He died in 1905, so none of the other parks existed, and he would have been an old man. Like, Worthington Park opened in 1905, I think it was, wasn't it? So yeah, it could only be Worthington Park. However, the designers of Worthington Park are credited in the history of the park, and it's not Sam Ryder. So all I can figure is he was brought in to design flower beds, or choosing flowers and things like of that nature, and designed those things rather than the layout of the park. Apparently there was a pond in the park at one time. I've never seen a photo of it, and I've never heard anyone mention it other than in the history of the park. If you know, let me know. was landowners owned land before the railway, and the railway cut their land in two. So yeah, that was an odd thing to have to cross the tracks with your gardening implements and whatnot. But that's what was going on back in the day, apparently. So as I said, I had to cut the video into several bits to put it in because I'm right on the verge of failure. The computer is right on the verge of collapse. I can only put small clips in, and that's all I can do at the moment. So it's almost 11:30 there now, so I'm not going to put the other clip on. We'll pick that up again tomorrow. And well, thanks for dropping in. I guess we shall see you in the next one.